Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. Bryan Kohberger and his defense has taken a loss again. They lose again, folks. Bryan Kohberger's defense, they were trying to get cameras banned in the courtroom. But the judge, the presiding judge in the case said no. And cameras can stay in the courtroom. Bryan Kohberger's defense took another loss just recently when they tried to get their indictment dismissed. And the judge said no. That's two losses. Big losses that they have taken in the last few weeks. Let me show you this latest report, as some of you may or may not know, about the cameras. The judge said cameras can stay. Check it out. The Daily Mail is reporting today, November 3rd, 2023, Idaho quadruple murder suspect Bryan Kohberger loses bid to ban cameras in court, but judge issues stern warning, urging courtroom spectators to have some restraint. The Latah County District Judge addressed the court during the start of Friday's hearing, urging the media to have some dignity and restraint. The judge refused to ban cameras, but took issue with how some of the courtroom images and recordings in previous hearings have been used. Judge reiterated that some of the rules have been violated in some of our hearings, and I have an obligation to put a stop to that. So here you go. Judge in the case. I'm not going to ban cameras in the courtroom, but I need to have more control over what the cameras are doing and what media or people who are not media are doing with the filming, he said. The judge has taken issue in the past with how some of the courtroom images and recordings have been used. Both the prosecution and defense have urged the judge in court filings to ban cameras. So yeah, the prosecution itself wanted cameras banned, but it doesn't seem like they want it anymore. But does Kohberger's defense still want cameras banned, despite the fact that the judge here said that the cameras will not be banned? Will they appeal this? Be interesting. The move created a balance between the First Amendment and Kohberger's Sixth Amendment and 14th Amendment rights to a fair trial. So there's Kohberger. So what do you think? Cameras not being banned. Sounds like a banned. Another loss on Kohberger's side. So, loss after loss after loss. Has Bryan Kohberger's defense won anything significant in this case? You don't get your indictment dismissed. That's big. That's a big loss. Because you're trying to get your indictment dismissed so you can get released. And Bryan Kohberger's facial features after that incident, when the judge said he's not going to dismiss the case, were very interesting. I want to share that with you. Check it out. Yeah, Bryan's facial features, he didn't look happy. He didn't look happy at all. And now, cameras can stay. Unless the judge gets rid of them if Bryan Kohberger's defense files another frivolous motion saying that cameras are looking in his ear, in his nose hairs, his crotch, the defense table. Make up any excuse to try to get cameras banned. But as of now, we can have them. And the prosecution does not, they don't have any say in this. Let's hope that cameras are in the courtroom the entire time. Let's pray that Bryan Kohberger's defense doesn't file something else to try to get cameras banned. Do you think cameras should be banned? Has Bryan Kohberger's defense won anything significant in this case? besides getting some training records of some officers and reference this case. Even the DNA stuff, right? The IgG stuff. We don't know what his defense is going to get yet. People said that he got a minor win the other day when the judge ordered IgG to be turned over to his defense, but that's not the case. We don't know what he's going to get. Judge has to rule on that. FBI apparently has the IgG. When the prosecution gets it all, they'll present it to the judge, and the judge will decide what out of that batch, out of that stuff, IgG gets released to the defense. But just because some gets released, any, little, whatever, it's not necessarily a win for Kohberger. A win would be if he beats his case, gets off, gets the DNA sheath stuff suppressed. That would be a win. But thus far, he hasn't had any wins, only losses. Prove me wrong. I'm covering this case extensively. Subscribe to my channel, like, hit the notification button. Let me know what you think. Will Bryan Kohberger win anything? I'm not so sure. We'll talk soon. Stay tuned.